Hey there, my name is Jeff Minnichbach. I am the owner and founder of No Limit Creatives. And in this video, we're going to show you a lot of different ideas for ways you can make ad creatives for social media. We're going to cover a lot of different things like standard image ads, carousel ads, animated style ads, videos, and other different cool things in each of those categories that'll really help you get more creative, make more unique ads, and really think outside the box. So I'm going to get started. We're going to split this up into different segments so it's easier to watch and digest, and you'll be able to play and pause as you need to. So diving right in, the first section is going to be covering standard image ads for Facebook and Instagram. And there are lots and lots and lots of ways to make really eye-catching and effective image ads for marketing. One of my favorite is what I call color splits, or basically chopping an image in half or in thirds to draw the eye to certain spots in those images. So, for example, here we have a little tear graphic or tear effect that comes down kind of diagonally here, which splits up your where your eye is going. So you'll be able to see clearly what messaging we want the users or the readers to be looking at. And kind of secondary, we see the brand here in this particular one. But the idea, again, is to draw your eye to different parts of the ads. And this is very, very effective. I've been personally doing this in ads for years, and it still works even today. And there's a lot of ways that you can split up ads. So like even this one, we have the top half is basically a faded out stock photo, but we're drawing your eye to the text on this white background. It just really pops off the background. And when you look at this as a whole, you are really drawn to that section, that lower half of the ad. Same thing here, we just kind of used a curved or wavy line to split this in half so that we can basically have one section that is holding the text or getting our message across, and the other half that's more a holder for the product. And I'll just flip through a couple of these. I don't have to explain every one. I don't want to bore you, and I want to make sure that you're really grasping that information and you can run with that. Another thing that I actually like in ads is where we have colored blocks or bands going from left to right all the way across the ad, and they're kind of like a text placeholder. So this particular one is holding the call to action, which is get your coupon today. And we really want to draw the attention to what that action is that we want people to take. This is a little bit more of a wild color split, in my opinion. Now, we've done a lot of different designs for Hydrant for split testing, but basically on the right side, we have the text and call to action. And in the middle, we have the product. So we actually wanted to make the product picture stand out first in this particular case, and then the message secondary, so that we can try to capture the eye with this left half of the ad with this cool little background repetition going on. In this one, we've split this into thirds, but basically the background pattern is filling top to bottom the entire image ad, and then we've split this into thirds with different colors which complement the shoes and the colors in the shoes. You can see by splitting this up, your eye goes to different areas of the ads, and it doesn't try to look at everything as a whole. It's looking at different sections. But again, we have a very, very, very clear call to action here with some messaging. And this is a little bit of a more abstract way to do things to split up your ads, but basically we have a photograph here of the customer in roughly the bottom half of this ad, and the top half again is used for the text placeholder, text holder, or the messaging. But again, as you go through and look at all these, you'll really start to see how splitting up your ads into different sections with colors or designs helps draw the eye to where you want them to be looking first. The next section is photoshopping, and this is actually one of my favorites. A lot of customers that we deal with don't have professional photographs of their products. They know that they need really nice looking and attractive images or photographs, but they also don't typically have the budget to go out and spend thousands of dollars on professionally staged shots or video production, things like that. So what we do, and what pretty much anybody can do that has basic design experience, is take a product here like this tube. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest, but everything else in this is just a stock photo. We've added in some berries that we've cut out from the picture and laid them on top of this product. And we've put the product in the bowl so it actually looks like it's resting in there and it's all one cohesive photograph. And this particular one, all we did was cut out the products from a background. We overlaid them on top of a stock photo. We've seen a lot of great results mixing products on top of lifestyle shots or people-based photos. I think when an audience sees this, or a consumer, they really look at the picture and think about that could be them, and then they're seeing the product and they're looking back and forth and kind of putting two and two together, and it just has a really powerful way of selling products. And in this particular one, we had one product picture, which was the bottle. We cut that out, pasted it a couple more times and changed the direction. We added some drop shadows and threw in some almonds and different items, and split it in half diagonally here with some marble on one side that actually looks like it could be a countertop in a house, and the other half just being their brand colors. So this really works for any product. You can cut that out, superimpose it into actual lifestyle pictures, stock photos, or you can even just make a cool design like this where the top half is a stock photo with some text, the middle is the product, and then the bottom half is just the brands. Now here's a really cool one. If you have models, people that are wearing your products, it's awesome if you can have them cut out like this and superimpose them onto a custom design ad like this. So we've put in some text here. We have their brand. We've matched their brand colors. And we have the model here that we've cut out and added a drop shadow to, just to give that some more depth and 3-dimension. Same thing with this one. We've done a color split here as well to break it up, but we have cut out the model. We've put the brand down here, the logo, and we've made a cool little background design just to reinforce the branding a little more. But these are really, really unique ways to stand out on a news feed. It's much better than just using a picture of the model on a white background. They don't typically stand out as much. I'll scroll through a couple of these as well. I won't cover all of them. But you have a lot of options. So even something like this where the background is a mom holding her newborn, you could blur that picture so it looks like this was actually really part of a photograph, and the focal point was the product itself, which would create a blur in the background that are items that are further away. So, you know, we've done a couple things here. We've kind of split it with some color to make the messaging stand out and the brand, but in the background we're also letting people know that this product is for babies and mothers. So again, when you're using lifestyle pictures like this or people-based photos mixed with the product, it's a really great way to not only show what the product is and what it does, but reinforce in the background who the message is for and who the audience is for. And lastly, product mock-ups. I don't have a ton of examples of these right this moment, but basically anytime you have a digital product or something that's really boring, that's really hard to present, creatively and attractively. A great rule of thumb is to try to come online and look up free product mock-ups, and those could be phones, computers, books, things like that, tablets. So if you're selling or promoting a lead magnet, a PDF, some white pages, PowerPoint presentation files, things like that are really hard to design around because they're just flat, one-dimensional digital items, you can actually come in and put like your cover onto a tablet or your mobile website, screenshots onto phones. Your homepage could be on a laptop. So just taking this a step further than just slapping on a picture of the cover of a PDF, by putting it into different mock-ups like this, you really create a totally new level for your ad. And the engagement typically goes way up. Your click-throughs typically increase. People just generally like looking at something more like this than just a flat image of a PDF or something like that. So that covers the standard image ads, and we'll see you here in the next segment. This next segment is going to cover carousel ads for Facebook and Instagram. And carousel ads have been around for a long time. They're still super effective if done right, and they are really, really great for product-based ads because they give you the opportunity to highlight features and benefits of the products or walk through people through the start to finish of the ad. So you're capturing attention, giving them some information, and closing them with a call to action. But we like to take that a step further, and we like to create what we call seamless carousel ads, and they are basically where the designs and the backgrounds stem from beginning to end. They look like one huge, continuous, cohesive ad, and they're way more eye-catching and creative and effective than just slapping a standard picture on the slide where each slide is different, and there's no branding or anything done like that. So in these particular ads, which I'm showing now, you'll see that we overlap a couple of different slides with some kind of product or image or element. And what that does, in our opinion, is it gets people to keep swiping or scrolling through the slides because their interest is piqued. They're curious what the other part of this image might look like that's going into the next slide. And before too long, they're actually at the very end slide, which we like to use for call to actions a lot of time. In this particular one, we have the background, the red design kind of flowing into the first 3 slides, and then it starts again through the next 4. We've got some huge numbers that kind of take people through a journey. This is not in English, but it does highlight the different selling points of the brand and the brand's products. And here again, the background is seamless. It's going through from slide 1 to slide 4, and each slide we try to use as our a different way to sell. So we're talking here about quality, educational, passionate, and fun. We have the brand's logo under each one of those slides as well for reinforcement of the brand. This is a cool one. We have the pizzas and the basil overlapping the different slides, and we're actually using each slide to talk about deals and show prices and things like that for a local pizza shop. But the general idea with seamless carousel ads is to pique interest, grab attention, increase your engagement or click-throughs. So by making the designs flow through the different slides, you have a much better chance at accomplishing these objectives than you would if you just uploaded a simple product image on a white background like everybody else does. Our third segment is going to cover different types of animated style ads. These are not just standard or static images, and they're also not full-blown videos. They're somewhere in between that. And the reason we do focus on these styles of ads is because a lot of times companies or brands we work for don't have the budget to get high-end productions done, or they just don't have enough assets to work with. So I'm going to cover first here Boomerang Ads. I only have a couple of examples, but what I want to show you is how we capture attention with Boomerang here. Now, Boomerang, for those of you that don't know, was it started, I think it became a big thing on Instagram initially, and now there's some apps online that make Boomerang videos. Basically, it's a short burst recording of something video on your phone, and it plays it forward and reverse or backwards over and over again. So you'll see in this particular example, the key is shaking back and forth, and it's repeating. It's just going back and forth constantly. The reason we like boomerangs is because it's very unique. It's a little abstract, and it's something that stands out on a news feed. It's not really used a whole lot. So when you're looking for ways to get attention, doing boomerangs like that is really cool. Like I said, you can get on the App Store, the Play Store, and I think there's an app. It's actually called Boomerang, and you can accomplish that recorded look with the app. You can also do longer ones. Like this is a Brooklyn video that I had done a while ago, but the girl is catching the box, and then it looks like she's throwing it back. That is something you can accomplish in Adobe After Effects. You don't have to just use an app. So if you need a longer burst recording like that, you can actually make that happen in something like After Effects. But boomerangs are really cool for grabbing attention and increasing your engagement. Cinemagraphs have been around for a while. They're really weird looking to me, but in a good way. They're basically like this, where part of a video is playing and the rest of the video is actually frozen. Now, cinemagraphs are normally made just from video files. You will highlight a section and freeze frame and let the rest play. But again, you can do these in Adobe After Effects and go much further than that, where we're actually doing something like this, where we've created an ad that has steam coming out of the bear's mouth. It has what looks like the sun moving or the trees moving, and the sun is beaming through. That's really just an effect. It's not actually moving. But it allows us to make some really artistic ideas come to life here on these kinds of ads, and we're still able to put in a message and a clear call to action. Same thing here. We have snow falling, but the background is just frozen. It's not moving. We've done an actual effect ourselves where it looks like the emergency lights are blinking. Same with this one, where we have red and blue lights flashing, just to kind of signify the whole emergency play here. We have things like here, where the confetti is exploding and coming down in slow motion, but the picture in the background is frozen. That's an actual photograph. That was not a video. So we literally just overlaid a green screen confetti burst or video that's coming down that looks like it's got that cinemagraph feel. Now this is a true cinemagraph, where it was a video of cars moving that are really sped up, but nothing else is moving in the background. You'll see all the lights are frozen and things like that. So if you're looking for a unique way to get attention quickly, cinemagraphs are a really cool way to do that. Even here, this is a fake cinemagraph, but we've made sky, the clouds moving and the water moving. But you'll see the actual tree is not, and the lady's not moving or doing anything either. So they're really unique and abstract ways to capture attention. They, in my opinion, don't work as well for ads as far as conversions go as they do for just piquing interest and getting more engagement and interaction on the ads. Something else that I really like is these animated ads where we highlight features or benefits of products. You'll see here we're just basically interchanging the products that are on the screen, and we have different call outs happening here. So we actually have animated arrows coming in and pointing to different parts of the bags and stating different benefits or features. Same thing here. They call this a poncho. It looks kind of like a sweater to me, but we have lines coming in and pointing to different parts of the product. We have the brand down here just for brand reinforcement, and we actually we've drawn a circle around the emblem or the logo that's on this poncho right here, which is just a stronger way to point out different things, different features or benefits. And we have a call to action at the end as well. This is, again, where we just have a static product image, but we have all of these benefits coming around the product. It's great for attention grabbing. We have a little bit of like an energy animation going around the product. And we're able to, again, highlight features or benefits in a really quick amount of time. It's quick enough that it's not going to bore people. These particular animations we typically keep like 10 to 15 seconds at the absolute most. I would say 10 seconds and less is probably your best bet for different ads like this. Here's another one. This was a really cool one that I thought we had put together. The one thing I will say, and this is our bad, but I wanted to point this out, is right away we're getting attention by having something moving here, but it's taking a while to actually bring in this first feature call out. So when you're doing these, I would recommend you start with a call out immediately with the animation so that people are not wondering what they're looking at. And they'll really be reading as things are happening and seeing the benefits or the features instantly rather than waiting a few seconds, because those few seconds, believe it or not, make all the difference between whether somebody stays and watches the ad or doesn't. And every year it seems like people's attention spans are getting less and less, or shorter and shorter. So if we can't capture people's attention in a couple of seconds, we're probably going to lose them. This one was kind of cool. This was an older one that we had done, but basically we've not only done lines to call out different areas of the jeans, we've actually animated these dashed lines around the seams, which I thought was really cool. It's just a unique way to animate the ad and make it more interesting and eye-catching. So that wraps up the animated style ads for this segment. Okay, last but not least, in our last segment of the video, we're going to talk about video ads. Video is huge. It has been for a couple of years now. It's only getting better and better. I have seen the cost of videos typically be higher than image ads in a lot of cases, but I feel like with some of the changes, the interface of Facebook and them taking over with Instagram, that we're going to see better performance on video ads over time here, and I'm sure they're going to cost less as other people start to convert to those as well. There's a lot of different kinds of videos out there that you could try. The one I will say that works really well are typically explainer videos, but they do not work well for a cold audience. So basically they're better for warm or hot audiences, people that already know about your brand or are aware of what you do or promote or sell, because explainer videos are typically long. They're usually over a minute, sometimes 2 or 3 or even 5 minutes long, and it's really hard to keep people's attention that have not heard about you before. But explainer videos don't have to be cartoons or animations or whiteboard animations like you may think. Explainer videos can be simple, just like what you're seeing now. It's basically telling a story or explaining how a company's service works or how their products work, how they can benefit you, how they can change you, things like that. This is another one. This actually has voice or narrative on it, which I'm not going to play just so I don't blow your eardrums or annoy you. But it's basically a voiceover added to the video that's talking about the benefits of this product, and we're basically using the video to highlight important parts of the voiceover that they're listening to. So one thing I've really noticed is more and more people are not listening to audio on video. On the video ads. So if you don't have some kind of text popping up or captions or something, a lot of times people aren't even knowing what they're watching and they don't want to listen to it. Maybe they're at work or they're on lunch break in a lunchroom with other people and they don't want people to hear, or they're at a doctor's office or on subway or something like that. But being able to actually show text is a great idea because a lot of people aren't listening to the audio. So this particular one also has voice playing with it, but this is more of an animated style explainer video. And get my mouse off the screen here. So this is talking about the different steps of their product on day 1, day 2, day 3. This is a minute long, so it's not super long, but it's long enough that it gives them the opportunity to explain more about their product and what they do and the benefits and features and things like that. So explainer videos are great if you have a product or service that's a little difficult to explain in a short amount of time. But also the other side of that is that it does not work really well for people that don't already know about you. The next section here is meme style videos. We call these meme style because a lot of times they have like bars on the top and the bottom of the video, and only the middle of this is actual video footage. And a lot of times you'll see memes, actual like funny GIFs on the top, or quotes or sayings from meme images you've seen online, or emojis, different things like that. But they're super popular. They work really well in ads, and I think the reason for that is because they look kind of amateurish and more native to the platforms that they're being run on. So it actually looks like a real user made these, as opposed to a company that's doing like high-end ad designs. You'll see on this one, actually, it's a meme style bar up here, and it's basically talking about this sleep secret that this ex-UFC fighter has, and he's going to talk about. So this top segment here is great for quickly and efficiently talking about the point of the video so the audience knows. And then at the bottom, if you're not listening to audio, you're seeing all the captions as well. So that's killing two birds with one stone. And then in these styles here, we basically have the same thing as the previous video. We have the main message being shown here at all times across the top of the video. And in the middle here, we are looking at actual user-generated content from real customers of this brand. And we're also highlighting what they're saying, like say the most important parts of their reviews and testimonials. And then here, again, we have the top section basically reinforcing the main message or the purpose of this video, while at the bottom you're watching the captions playing. And as I said, these look very organically made. They're not high-end productions. They do really well because people feel like they're not being sold by a big corporation or an ad agency, but more of like a person just like them. Motion graphics, we do tons and tons of motion graphics, and basically a lot of times we have companies that don't have video footage at all, so they only have product pictures, and it's up to us to add additional elements or animations to these videos to make them creative and unique and eye-catching and engaging. So you'll see we have a lot of animated effects and shapes and things popping up in and out. And these are called motion graphics. Even the way we have our text coming up is animated. It's not just simple slideshow style text. Everything you see moving across the screen in the video, that's all motion graphics. These are not typically beginner level video editing skills. These are done again in Adobe After Effects and take quite a bit of time to make. But motion graphics are an incredible way to add a lot of design and style and flair to videos that otherwise might just be really simple and basic. You'll even see here how we have the different transitional effects like that at the end here, where the square kind of opened up here like that. It shows grass fields. It just gives it a lot more artistic design and flair to it. And again, I won't go over all of them, but I'll show you just a couple more examples. So instead of just a lady dancing, we have animated text popping up in and out. We have different benefits of the product here, and then we have the brand's logo slide in here at the end. So it's much more, there's much more going on to these than just simple video with some basic captions. Some people might think these are really overdone or really wild and not effective, but the whole objective with running your ads is to just see what works and what doesn't work. So we're always trying to help companies test outside of the box ideas and unique ways to present their products or their services in a way that they typically wouldn't do, to see if we can help them increase their overall goals. Photo-based ads, which I just mentioned here before, but a lot of times companies don't have any video footage at all, and it's really up to us to make cool and creative ads that people can engage with and they really get excited to watch. So in this particular one, all we have is photos from the company, but they still look really cool. We have the opportunity to make some design here. We have their branded logo down here, a disclaimer in a pink bar. There's another one. So, you know, again, you don't need to have high-end video footage made to make video ads. You can make photo-based ads just like these. They don't have a ton of motion graphics like the previous examples. They're primarily just text, and these can be done in some of the lower priced video editing programs out there and some websites. This particular one could probably be done in something like Promo. Oh, sorry guys. So again, nothing crazy on these. These are made to look a little simpler, so that the main focus is on the words and the text being shown, but also the product photos. This is a really wild one that we did. This is basically all product images only. I think there might be one video clip, but we used a lot of different effects here to just bring life to these otherwise kind of still and boring photographs. This has a lot more motion graphics to it, but you'll see it's basically all photos, and we're just doing slide ins and slide outs and panning and zooming and different effects that you can do in editing software just to bring some life to the pictures and create the illusion of movement in video. And last but not least, we have UGC videos, which are user-generated content. These are really effective right now in social media ads. These are basically not professional videos being shot. They are real customers that are trying people's products or services and giving real reviews and testimonials and showing what the products do and things like that. You can see here is our attention grabber. We just did a little bit of a moving animation there, but showing the product, and then we have a real user talking about the supplement she's taking. Some of these are mixed with our own edits, but the user-generated content is not these. It's actually this video here, like the consumer is actually talking about the product. These are not made to look high-end. They're really made to let the selling be done by the consumers and the real customers of these products. And people listen to these videos all the time and the reviews from the consumers. And as everybody knows today, reviews are super powerful and go really far lengths in terms of getting people to make decisions and purchases. Now again, this one was edited by us at the beginning, and then we sprinkled in here some actual user-generated content. We reinforced some of her most important comments from these videos. But again, the whole idea with these is not to look super professional or super polished, but just to let the consumers or the customers do the selling for you or your customers. And that wraps up our video. I really appreciate you watching it and hope this really helps you guys out. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us through our website at www.nolimitcreatives.com, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.